Welcome to A Certain Sound. Psalm 3. There's where we are. Psalm 3. I want to talk to you about David running from Absalom. Absalom chased him from the throne. David's feeling the heat, the pressure, and so are you. And the pressure mounts sometimes day after day after day. And so point number one I get out of this is David senses the pressure. What's the pressure? Many are they, increase that trouble me. Many are they that rise up against me. Many are they which say of my soul, there is no help for him in God. That pressure increases. Notice this. Many are they increased that trouble me. Now they're rising up against me. Many there be which say of my soul, not even God can help you. Maybe that's what the devil is talking to you about lately. But David, when he senses the pressure, he says, Selah. What a great word. That means stop and pause. David pauses. When you're feeling the heat, don't act hastily. Pause. Think about the Lord. David says, Selah. That's a musical term. That means to think, to pause. It means to stop and ponder. Number two, it means to modulate. That means there's a change coming. I want you to know there's a change coming. David says, Selah, there's a change coming. You're going to bring God into it, and you're going to say, there's no help for me in God. I want to tell you something. David says, Selah. That means there's a change coming. If you're going to bring God into it, he says, Selah, so am I. I'm going to bring God into it. Look at verse 3. But thou, O Lord, are a shield for me, the glory and the lifter up of my head. You say there's no help for me in God? You bring God into the picture? God says you've gone too far when you do that. And David says, my God shall supply all my needs. Friend, he'll be a shield unto me. He'll be the glory of me, and he'll be the lifter up of my head to me. I want to tell you something, friend. If it happened for David, it's gonna happen for you. If you'll trust him, if you'll give him your life, if you'll talk to him, if you pause, stop, and ponder. What did he ponder? What did he pause? He thought about all the things I think that God did for him. You and I need to do the same thing. God has been good to you. I think of the old song, Amazing Grace. It says, His grace has brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. You and I need to think about how good he's been to us and how far his grace has brought us. And if he brought us this far, he didn't bring us this far to leave us. So he pauses and he thinks. That word pause, or that word Selah, means pause. It means to say a change is coming. Key change, modulate, goes from one key to another key, from a lower register to a higher register. You know, when God comes in on the picture, things start to change. The volume increases. The word Selah means there's a crescendo. So not only is there a change coming for you, but you're going to be able to shout it. You're going to be able to sing about it. And look at the volume change. I can see it now just in the words. Verse 3, but thou. That word but is a contrasting conjunction that says opposite to what it is, it will be. In other words, what it was will no longer. In other words, you guys are doing this, but God is going to come. It's opposite to what they said is what God is going to do. Friends, there's a change coming in your life. If you'll seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, he will make a way where there seems to be nowhere. There's an increasing of the volume. Why? Here's why. Here's why the volume, the crescendo comes. Here's why David begins to come up to a new level. Here's why all of a sudden things are changing. Why? Because he brought God into the picture. But thou, O Lord, there's your key change. There's your crescendo. You have a reason to shout. You have a reason to take your singing to a whole new level. Why? Because you've brought God into the picture. You see, we need to have a God mindset. When my son Jordan bought a Dodge Dakota sport truck many years ago now, I looked around and saw everybody else seemed to have a Dodge Dakota sport truck. I didn't realize that everybody was buying them because we bought one. The truth is they weren't, were they? No, it's just because we bought one, I now had a mindset for that particular truck. And so everywhere we drove, that's about all we saw. Friends, if you will have a God mindset, then when you walk around this life and circumstances come your way, you'll have such a God mindset that instead of seeing the bad, you'll see the God of every circumstance. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. The key change comes because he pauses. The crescendo comes because now David has brought God in the picture. But thou, O Lord, are a shield for me. You have every reason to rejoice today, for you have brought God into the picture.
Thank you for watching A Certain Sound Daily Video Devotional. Be sure to sign up for the iTunes podcast or daily email of A Certain Sound when you visit us online at www.acertainsound.com. A Certain Sound is a ministry of Word of Truth Christian Center in Bowling Green, Ohio. On behalf of Word of Truth Christian Center, I'm Sonetta. God bless, and we'll see you tomorrow.